Buckle up, folks. South Park has just unleashed its sharpest takedown yet on Benjamin Netanyahu, diving into the heart of the Israel-Palestine conflict in a way that's equal parts hilarious and hard-hitting. In a time when political satire feels more vital than ever, this episode arrives amid a storm of real-world drama that's got everyone talking. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this cartoon show punching up or just stirring the pot in an already volatile situation? Let's rewind a bit to set the scene. Over the past 3 weeks since South Park's last episode aired, the landscape has shifted dramatically. The shocking assassination of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk has ignited political fires like nothing we've seen in decades, reminiscent of the McCarthy era's witch hunts. The Trump administration and its supporters have launched what feels like a full-blown retaliation campaign, boldly claiming without solid proof that Kirk's death was orchestrated by a vast leftist conspiracy. This has led to repercussions across the board. Public figures and private sector employees alike have faced penalties for speaking out, with late-night comedian Jimmy Kimmel being a prime example. His show got yanked from the airwaves temporarily after FCC Chairman Brendan Carr pressured Disney, the parent company, to pull the plug. You might think a cartoon sitcom wouldn't matter much in such a serious mess, but South Park is no ordinary show. It's a cultural lightning rod. The season 27 opener tackled the politically driven cancellation of Stephen Colbert, another Trump critic, while the second episode mocked Kirk directly. Interestingly, some on the right have accused South Park of being morally responsible for Kirk's murder, even though Kirk himself embraced the parody, even using its caricature as his ex-profile picture. Repeats of that episode vanished from Comedy Central, though you can still stream it on Paramount+. Then, exactly a week after Kirk's death, the next episode was delayed, fueling rumors of censorship. Creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker shot that down, saying it was just a scheduling hiccup due to their notoriously packed timelines. And this is the part most people miss. While that excuse might sound a tad too convenient, Stone and Parker have a history of charging into controversies headfirst. But this time, the backlash has been fiercer and more personal than ever. So, as the new episode loomed, fans were buzzing. Would South Park tackle the chaos directly? Well, the answer is not really. At least not head-on. The latest installment, cheekily dubbed Conflict of Interest, sidesteps Kirk entirely, but circles the fallout in clever, indirect ways. One storyline features Donald Trump, furious about the upcoming birth of his demonic offspring with Satan, concocting elaborate schemes to force an abortion. Poor Brendan Carr keeps stumbling into these traps, ending up buried in a heap of cat litter, infected with toxoplasmosis, a parasitic disease from cat feces that can mess with your brain, and ultimately risking his freedom of speech. It's a wild, exaggerated metaphor for the political pitfalls we're seeing today. But South Park doesn't shy away from the big stuff. It plunges into another hot-button topic, finally weighing in on the ongoing genocide in Palestine through the lens of prediction market apps. For those new to this, these are online platforms where people bet on real-world events, like whether a certain outcome will happen. In the episode, a massive wager. Will Kyle's mom bomb Gaza and demolish a Palestinian hospital? Escalates so much that Kyle's mom jets off to Israel to intervene. For much of the show, the anger is spread evenly, with Kyle shouting, "Jews and Palestinians aren't sports teams you gamble on," and his mom declaring, "It's not Jews versus Palestine, it's Israel versus Palestine." Yet the episode's ire zeroes in on one side, as Kyle's mom storms into Benjamin Netanyahu's office and unleashes, "Who do you think you are, slaughtering thousands and razing entire neighborhoods, then hiding behind Judaism as if it's armor against criticism?" Netanyahu's punishment isn't as grotesquely funny as Carr's. Think less scatological humor, but it delivers a satisfying, if brief, sense of justice. This might not be the most outrageous episode of the season, but it's arguably the funniest, packed with Looney Tunes-style antics and a mischievous portrayal of J.D. Vance that had viewers in stitches. And while it didn't confront the moment full force, it didn't retreat either. It's reassuring to see South Park still targeting Trump and his inner circle, no matter how scorching the political heat gets. Now here's the controversial twist. By satirizing Netanyahu so pointedly, is South Park unfairly singling out Israel? Or is it a necessary call-out in a world where such actions demand scrutiny? Some might argue it's bold truth-telling, while others could see it as inflammatory bias. What do you think? Does this episode cross a line, or is it spot on? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have a counterpoint to add to the debate. South Park is on Paramount+.